I used to genuinely think sleep earbuds were kind of a gimmick. Because in my head, the logic was simple. I already had AirPods Pro. They've got ANC, white noise, all that stuff. So why would I need a separate pair of earbuds just for sleeping? Today, I'm putting regular ANC earbuds head-to-head with a pair built only for sleep, the Soundcore Sleep A30. We're finding out if a dedicated sleep earbud is actually worth it, and why it's nothing like your AirPods. And honestly, a lot of people are already doing the exact same thing. They throw on AirPods before bed, play white noise, podcasts, sleep sounds, because technically, they already have ANC, right? That was my mindset too. But the problem starts when you actually try wearing regular earbuds for an entire night. The discomfort becomes way more noticeable over time. Like if you sleep on your side, eventually your ears start hurting. And that's because AirPods were designed for everyday use, not for having your head pressed against a pillow for 7 hours straight. Then there's the whole something stuck in your ear feeling. You roll over in the middle of the night, they heat up, sometimes they fall out, and battery life becomes a thing too. But the biggest thing I realized was this. Regular ANC earbuds were never designed around sleep environments. AirPods ANC is built for commuting, airplanes, coffee shops, trains, basically short-term environmental noise. But sleep noise is completely different. When you're trying to sleep, it's usually stuff like air conditioners, road noise outside the hotel, snoring, people in the next room, low-frequency sounds that continue for hours. So it's not that AirPods are bad. They were just never designed for sleep in the first place. And that's when I finally started understanding why sleep earbuds exist as a category. They're not really designed to make you fall asleep instantly. They're designed to reduce interruptions and stabilize your sleep environment. That's a completely different design philosophy from regular earbuds. Why do sleep earbuds need to be super light? Because you're wearing them for 6 to 8 hours. Why do they need to be ultra thin? Because a lot of people sleep on their side. Why does battery life matter so much? Because they literally need to last until you wake up. And why do they focus on masking sounds, white noise, sleep audio, instead of music quality? Because they're not really music earbuds, they're sleep devices. So recently, I tried the Soundcore Sleep A30, and honestly, this was the first time I felt like sleep earbuds were actually a separate category, not just regular earbuds with different marketing. The biggest difference for me was realizing the entire fit was designed around side sleeping. Because the biggest issue with regular earbuds isn't even noise canceling. It's what happens when your ear is pressed against a pillow for hours. The hard plastic creates pressure points, and eventually that discomfort builds up, sometimes enough to wake you up in the middle of the night. The A30 feels different. It uses a more 3D ergonomic shape that sits deeper and more naturally inside your ear, instead of sticking out like regular earbuds. So when you sleep on your side, there's way less pressure against your ear. It also comes with different ear tip and ear wing options, including silicone and foam, so you can actually customize the fit depending on your ears. That sounds like a small thing, but if you've ever worn earbuds for 6 or 7 hours straight, you realize fit might matter even more than sound quality. Because honestly, the hardest part of designing sleep earbuds isn't making them sound better. It's making you slowly forget you're even wearing them. And I think this was the first time I understood why some people are willing to buy earbuds specifically for sleep. The second thing I noticed was how it handles noise during sleep. And honestly, this feels very different from regular noise-canceling earbuds. Because it's not relying on ANC alone, it's actually combining active noise canceling with passive sound isolation. The ANC side seems more focused on long, continuous background sounds. It feels more like it's constantly lowering the presence of those sounds to create a more stable sleep environment. But the part I found really interesting was the passive isolation design. It uses a dual-layer ear tip system along with foam tips and air-filled ear wings. Besides helping with fit and stability, this setup also blocks more sudden, sharper, high-frequency sounds. And that's when I realized sleep earbuds aren't only about side sleeping or blocking snoring. They're really about reducing the chances of random sounds pulling you out of sleep in the first place. And honestly, I think that's one of the biggest differences between sleep earbuds and regular ANC earbuds. And then there's the adaptive snore masking feature, which I actually found pretty interesting. It doesn't magically make the world silent. It just reduces the chances of your brain locking on to annoying sounds and pulling your attention back. That sounds subtle, but if you're a light sleeper, you'll immediately understand what I mean. It also has built-in sleep audio features like white noise, nature sounds, automatic playback stuff. And you can tell these features were designed around actual sleep behavior, not just music listening. Another thing that I think a lot of people overlook, but is actually super important, is battery life. Because with regular earbuds, once you turn on ANC, a lot of them won't even make it through the night. But sleep earbuds are different. They need to handle one very basic expectation. When you wake up, they should ideally still be working. With the Soundcore Sleep A30, the default sleep mode automatically switches from Bluetooth to local audio after you fall asleep to save battery. According to Soundcore, that setup gives you around 8 to 10 hours of playback overnight. If you keep Bluetooth and ANC running at higher volume levels, you're looking at roughly 6 hours. And if you're only using local audio with ANC off, battery life can stretch up to 16 hours. The charging case extends total use to around 5 nights. Now, obviously, I still don't think sleep earbuds are necessary for everyone. If you already sleep perfectly fine, you probably don't need them. And if you only nap occasionally or travel once in a while, AirPods are probably enough. But if you're someone who's sensitive to noise, travels a lot, struggles with hotel sleep, deals with snoring, or just has light sleep in general, I finally understand why people are willing to buy earbuds specifically for sleeping. Because honestly, at that point, it's not really just an earbud anymore. It feels more like a sleep environment device. And honestly, before making this video, I genuinely thought sleep earbuds were just regular earbuds with smarter marketing. But after actually trying them, I realized they're more like a super niche tech product that solves a very specific problem really well. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a like or share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.